Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the DC Infinite Hour.
The hour that never ends.
Never end.
Except for it does.
It does eventually.
Sometimes, yeah.
We have Brad, the DC Universe geek, the heart and soul of the show, as well as the, I think, DC action figure community. Let me be so bold. Next, we have Rob D. Toys. Once again, the best looking action figure photographer in the industry. I mean, out of an industry, but in the community. Strong, huh? And then myself, Ahsoka the Geek, as always, here to cut people off and rush. Oh, yeah, dude. I had to show off the Detective Comics hat.
That's a sweet hat, by the way, buddy.
Dude, I am so excited. This is the kind of hats I want from companies with like comic book logos, like deep cuts, not just like the emblem. Like, dude, I want some stuff like this, Before we continue, a couple of announcements, congratulations. First, I would be remiss if we didn't say happy birthday to friend of the show, all around hell of a guy. Not the best looking YouTuber, I'm sorry, but he's not bad. He's not bad. Let's say a big happy birthday to Josh from before. We don't have Josh on the show. This is all very last minute, but we have his YouTube page up. Plug. Josh from before. If you guys don't know Josh, he's just a hell of a guy. He's just an amazing YouTuber. Look at this. He did an hour of poses. For those of you always complaining that I don't do articulation, go to Josh's page, man. He did an hour of posing. I mean,
I watched that.
I'm sure you did.
Full hour.
Sicko. But there he is. There is Josh from before.
Happy birthday,
a good-looking
Josh.
guy. I was just kidding. He's a good-looking guy. He's a very kind person. He's a good soul, man. He's a good guy. So happy birthday, Josh. And then also, we have to give a very belated happy Thanksgiving to our favorite Canadian and all the Canadians in the chat. Brad, the DC Universe Geek. Happy Thanksgiving. I know I'm a few weeks late, but we want to celebrate the day that the Pilgrims landed in Canada on Canada Rock. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you're muted, buddy. Come on, Brad. Was it your first show? I'm sorry, guys. I know nothing about Canadian history. I don't know why you have a Thanksgiving. Were you guys just copying the U.S.?
My guess is Columbus Day.
Brad, you're still muted.
Brad, your mic.
Is it? We don't say Columbus Day anymore, Rob.
I know, but I'm thinking that it's coinciding with that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the day they decided to, give thanks. Brad, we still can't hear you, buddy. Still tragic. We haven't heard you for the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes for the duration of the show.
See your little mic icon?
Yeah, I think you might be muted.
Oh,
there you go.
And then it buzzed at me. Okay, so Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving because when we first came to this country, right, there was a gigantic rabid turkey roaming the land. It was like 7 feet tall. It was like a kaiju turkey. And we just went at it with the muskets and the slingshots, and we killed that mother effer, and we ate it. So we give thanks to the fact that it didn't slaughter us all. So that's what Canadian Thanksgiving is all about.
No kidding.
Killing of the giant turkey.
That was it. The killing of the turkey.
Yeah. There used to, little known fact, Canada used to have a bunch of gigantic turkeys roaming the land, and they made the maple tree, underneath the maple tree, their home, and they all lived off of the wild beaver.
Wow. Okay. I don't know whether to believe you or not, but okay. You are an authority on anything Canada. So if I'm telling this story to a Canadian I meet a year from now, and they say, "What the F are you talking about?"
No,
I will blame you, Brad.
Yeah, you just say, my friend from Canada, he has it. I have it on good authority. He's telling the truth.
I believe you.
Well, I do know that like certain animals are larger the far north you go, and then like a raccoon is larger in Canada than say in Florida. The raccoon in Florida is a lot smaller.
See, I don't know that to be true. I don't know it to be false either. I just never heard that. I know we have moose here, and they are like
ginormous.
Moose are like the honey badger of the big animals. They don't give a fuck.
So then if you go down to like Brazil, are the raccoons really small, Rob? by that
Well,
logic?
they have what are they called? Coaties? I don't know. They don't have raccoons.
They don't have
What?
raccoons in Brazil, huh?
No, they're like I think they're called coaties. They kind of look like raccoons, but they're a different type of animal.
I don't know what a Cody is. Is it like a honey badger?
No, it has like a ring tail. It's got a long snout.
Oh, look, Miley panicked. It was his birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy
Hey.
birthday, mildly
Yeah, I'm
panicked.
sorry.
You know why he's mildly panicked? He's mildly panicked because of all the stinking pre-orders that keep getting announced, and all of our bank accounts are like withdrawn over.
No kidding, man.
Yeah, I got boxes for boxes and boxes that I still haven't touched.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
almost caught up. I only have the collector edition Alan Scott's left to open up and review.
Well, I have pictures. It's waiting in the queue. That's the thing. Like, it's just more stuff keeps coming, and I'm like, I don't have time to photograph that and then push everything else.
You should spend less time with your family and your kids, Rob. I think that's the problem.
I
Family's
still have the
overrated.
X-Men that I need to photograph.
Yeah, dude.
That and some Ninja Turtles. If
Hey, we
people
got
are
Claudio's
interested in Ninja
collection
Turtles.
in the house.
Yeah, I said Ninja Turtles and Claudio pops up.
Look at that. It was kismet. Is that the word? I like this shirt that I'm wearing because this reminds me of the Fifth Element, those stones that they put together at the end of the movie. You guys remember that?
Yes. Although I look at that and I feel like it's a 1990s. Like I feel like you should be going to your locker in 1992.
Ooh, yeah, you know what? That too, actually. People are asking, "What are you doing, Brad?" We don't ask those questions anymore. You know, I
I'm
just go
sweaty.
with it.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
feel like I owe them an explanation.
Oh,
Look at my big stupid head. Okay, I've been racing around cleaning up my office, and I'm just hot, and it's moist down here because this is the basement.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm just really, really hot, and like literally,
it looks like Brad from like '98. Like he needs like the metal chain necklace,
I did once have a chain necklace with a lock one year.
and you need some like wrist flare and be like,
I had that too. I did. I had 1 year. I listened to a lot of NoFX and Rancid and Operation Ivy,
there you go.
and so I dressed like that. And then I went back to dressing like grunge again because it was more
I
comfortable.
love Operation Ivy and No Effects.
Yeah,
all the
Operation Ivy.
Wagwagon.
Yeah. So anyway,
gentlemen,
that's what
we
we're doing.
have a packed show. Not really, but we have a good show tonight. We're a few weeks late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life
Again,
is
my
getting in the
fault.
way.
You know, but we are going to revisit Toy Fair, but one of our own. Rob D Toys was
Yeah.
at Toy Fair in person in New York.
You lucky
So,
son of a duck.
I know, dude. We're gonna go through Rob's Instagram, look at some pictures, hear his
Ooh.
first-hand account of his trip. So, Rob, why don't we start off with set the stage for us, if you will. When did you arrive? What time? Did you get a slice of New York pizza before or after?
You should have had one before and after.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So I had a wedding on Saturday. So Toy.
Now
I went
your
to Toy-
wedding or
Not my wedding. No,
Oh.
I was photographing a wedding. So I went to New York on Sunday. I actually drove. It was my first time driving into the city. It was really easy. Went through the Lincoln Tunnel, parked like right outside of that. So it was just maybe a 5-minute walk to the Javits Center.
Darn.
Went there and immediately like went into the press area and
Yeah, hold on a sec, buddy. You gotta sell it a little bit more. Like, geez, though, what do we just?
Sorry.
God, you're gonna.
Well, I
it's
knew
gonna be
this
over
is a
two-
long
in
show
2
and we have
minutes.
a lot to get
You
to.
know?
So
First of all, I want to hear your emotions
Yep.
as you arrive. This
Yep.
has been one of your lifelong ambitions to be.
yeah,
Not
I mean,
watching.
I've
Not
been to
watching
New
someone
York
else.
many
Yeah.
times, so
No.
it was, you know, it's always thrilling for me going into New York. So it just has a great vibe about it, and
Yeah.
I love being in the city. I couldn't wait to get there. It was a nice sunny day, which was crazy because like it was been raining like for days it seemed, and then like the skies opened up just for Sunday. Got there, went in line to get my badge, and they said, "Oh, you got to go to the other end of the Javits Center to pick up the press pass." So I
Oh,
walked the
Mr.
whole way to
Mr.
the other
Press
side.
Pass, huh? Look at this guy. Oh, I'm not just an attendee, I'm a press guy.
Yeah, I could have got in with a ladder.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it up the ladder. I'm scared.
So then they have like this press area that you can go and get snacks and stuff. So I went in, and then I went to get a scone or something, and I turn around and there's my buddy Praeternia, and then I see none other than Toy Shiz.
Oh,
So,
the shiz was in the
Shiz.
house.
yeah. So and then there was another guy. I forgot his name. I apologize.
No.
But
I hope
the
he's
four
not
of
in the
us-
show.
Yeah. The four of us walked around just talking real quick, and then we stopped at Bandai, and then it was kind of funny because like Toy Shiz was like, dropping me off at school, see you later, guys. So then Praeternia and I just like walked the show floor a couple times, and then came back because I had my first meeting, I think at 9:30 with McFarlane, and then from there it was just kind of a whirlwind. I was, you're slotted, I think, for like half an hour or so, and I was there probably an hour and a half, just because I know everybody there, and it was just really fun to talk with them again and to talk to Todd. And so for the booth, the first thing I looked at was what you're seeing here is Aquaman figures, and I was stoked because it was the first time seeing them in person. And I just wanted to make sure that I got all the stuff out. And I had to charge my phone there because I was shooting so much content at the McFarlane booth. But that's like, my bread and butter right there,
of
like
course,
the
of
DC
course.
stuff. So yeah, I just did different takes and stuff. I got to handle some of the figures. And then from there, I was walking around the booth, and we saw like the Disney Mirrorverse stuff. I'm trying to think of everything. They had the Avatar stuff there, but obviously the stuff that we want to look at is the DC stuff. So
Oh man, I didn't realize this squid guy was so big.
yeah,
I was
God
gonna say the
dang it.
opposite. I thought he looked kind of weensy. How big is he in the movie?
I don't know how big he is.
I thought he was
in-
like tiny. I thought he was a tiny
Is he?
accessory.
I mean, he's not like huge, but like
He's like in the
a good-
size of your palm, right? Though.
Yeah, he's a big accessory. I'll say that. I just figured that he would be bigger.
I was hoping that like it was gonna have like bendy wire tentacles.
No bendy
I
wires.
thought that would have been cool.
That would have been neat.
I really do love that Aquaman with the
Oh.
translucent.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
Big orgasm.
That is
Yeah.
pretty sweet, dude.
They didn't have him on display, and I asked if they had him out, so he actually brought him out for me to photograph. So that was kind of cool.
And then let's talk about these.
Yeah, so
tell
that
us.
was actually in the middle of the DC stuff, and obviously
Yeah.
that was like the prize. And that was really cool. I mean, all the figures look phenomenal, and Poison Ivy especially. I mean, the gradation of like from the hips the whole way down the leg. And when I was talking to Todd, he said like that's really hard to do because you're getting different pieces. You have your thigh, you have your knee, and then you have your lower leg. And that the gradation, he was worried that it would look a little darker or whatever, but it actually looks really seamless. And they did a fantastic job on the paint.
Rob, did they say if those were like production samples, like or those finals? Like, do you know what they are?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I would believe that they are. I think they said that they're coming back out either. Don't quote me on this. I don't know if it was the end of the year or the beginning of the next year.
Year, yeah.
Yeah, we heard the pre-orders go up November 8th, so I would imagine by the end of the year, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Is that is the red on the packaging a change in the packaging, or do you know if that was just for sample?
I didn't even ask.
I feel like those were like not just production samples. I feel like that Todd's pretty good at showing us what we're actually going to get.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you notice on his website, the figures that he shows on his website, they have flaws and all, which I gotta say I respect. It's not like he's showing it. Because you remember how Mattel would be like, hey, here's the figures you're gonna get. And they were like,
or even Super 7, yeah.
right? But no, these are like the flaws are in the pictures. So I mean, there's a level of honesty there that I got to respect. So yeah, I would think that they're all production.
Yeah, Toy Shiz says they should be out by December. Yeah,
Cool.
And it was cool seeing like the Superman and Batman Beyond, the Justice Lord Superman. That was kind of cool. And then obviously, I think some people already have them already. So that was really quick. But yeah, the figures themselves look phenomenal. Plastic capes. So I think that's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, I think like we had the gold label cloth capes, and then the production of like the movie line is going to have plastic capes, which I'm kind of happy with because I like the plastic capes.
Does Arnold look that good in person?
Oh yeah, the head sculpt is phenomenal. I think it's really good. I think it's going to please a lot of people. Some people are just not happy and like to pick apart everything. So, maybe they won't be happy, but for me, and I think for you guys, you're going to be pleased.
Quick note, guys. For those of you joining the stream, highly recommend watching the stream from Brad's channel. That's where the majority of the people are. So head on over to Brad's channel to see the full chat. So
I don't care if people go, but I just answered. Because if you're chatting, like if you don't care about chatting, then pick your poison, right? Any one of our channel. But if you want to be able to chat and talk to people and stuff like that, then mine tends to be the place to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, these look any news or that you could share as far as like future movie things, anything?
Yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, I mean, I just asked if, like I said, these are coming out. Are we hoping to get more? And they said nothing's concrete yet, but the goal is to have more movie lines.
Restore the Schumacher words. I fully co-sign that, Josh.
Yeah.
Listen, man, this stuff is still my favorite Batman movie designs. All of the Keaton, Schumacher, Burton. It just got so real after that, which is cool. I love the Bale stuff. Anyways,
Schumacher verse was like the last of like it being like just fun.
It's fun,
Ooh, so they had the beginning part of the DC stuff was the statues, and that statue looks like phenomenal.
Oh,
I kept asking, hey, if you don't want to ship that back, I'll just take this.
Take that off your hands.
Yeah, that was a no-go, of course, but
you gave it a shot. I love the chest area, the way they sculpted that.
And props to Claudio because he gave me his light. And I put it behind there to get that wave to look more translucent.
Look at you, even on the go, you figure out a way to have great lighting, Rob.
But yeah, all the statues were pretty cool. They're like the DC Direct stuff. And then to the right of it had the superpowers.
Went too far.
Which, I don't know.
That
might be 4. It's all the superpower stuff that we've seen. There's some stuff that I was asked not to photograph and take photos and talk about even.
Blink twice if it's the Fortress of Solitude playset.
I did pitch that to Todd.
Oh, what did Todd say about that?
I ran through the whole gamut. I'm like, clamshell with the large key, and he's like, yeah, Superman did have that really large key. I'm like, yeah, you make it like kid size, you put it in, unlock it, it opens up. And he actually seemed to really like the idea. He even told his assistant to write that down, but awesome. Whether anything's going to happen about it, I don't know. But
Todd
I tried.
Threads, so
would it be great if it was Rob Liefeld standing next to him and that was his assistant? Like, oh, hey, that was Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And then I was trying to think. Well, there was superpowers, and then what was below superpowers?
What about the Justice Lord Superman and the Batman Beyond? What do you think about that in person?
I mean, I think it's going to be cool. It's not like anything that I need. I'm just trying to be picky right now with what I have because obviously I'm running out of space. It's on the buck that we all know for Superman, the Hush buck.
Oh, it's the Hush buck.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
So-
on the much used bulky buck,
Yeah.
except for it's got a different pair of trunks.
Oh, I'm curious why didn't they go with like the Kingdom Come Alex Ross Batman Beyond version for like a Batman Beyond 2-pack with Superman? You know what I mean? Like
right.
that would have made more sense. But whatever. I mean,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Had to get Wolverine.
it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
That's-
Anything else that you liked at the McFarlane booth? You
They
were
showed
surprised-
the Batman animated, and I got to see the Alfred figure in person.
Okay.
They had just Alfred at the time, and I was like, "Hey, do you have the box with what he comes with?" So then they pulled that out for me, so that I could photograph the box. I think they left the box there the whole day because I think I saw that in Shiz's video. And then there was some other stuff. There was like the Dune stuff. But as far as DC, I think that was pretty much it at the McFarlane booth. Props to them for setting up a great show. And also thank you for letting me charge my phone.
Look at you, man, making friends, getting your
That's
phone
some
charged.
extra bonus value there.
Yeah.
Charge phone.
And then I went to the NECA.
Oh, there's
that-
Diamond Select, right?
That's
Mhm.
Diamond Select. I can talk about Diamond Select if you
Yeah,
want.
go
right
for
now.
it, dude. Come
Diamond
in.
Select was my last one of the day. I think that was from 4:30 to 5. Obviously, the turtles, what you're seeing there, they all interconnect. They're statues that like the bases connect and make one big kind of diorama styled. I don't know what you call that.
I mean, who doesn't have a Turtles license? Like, I didn't even know Diamond Select had a
Yeah,
license.
like everyone's
yeah,
got a
that Mikey looks
Right?
awesome
Yeah.
with the skateboard. I think in the photos that I have, there's like the Darkwing Duck, of course, the Muppets. They're all like stuff that I want.
Yeah.
They had obviously like a lot of Star Wars, Mandalorian stuff. They had some awesome statues. But the Captain America, which I know everybody's probably seen.
That's gonna sell like hotcakes though.
Yeah, there's that Captain America right
Yeah.
there. I mean,
That is pretty sick, man.
yeah, it just looks so good.
What scale is that again? Diamond Select at 7?
It's
7
7-inch.
yeah, it's a
So
big
like
boy.
it'll scale well with McFarlane figures.
Hmm.
They're larger than the Marvel Legends.
Don't do it, Brad. Don't do it.
Since I'm a Captain America fan, I will definitely be picking this one up.
Yeah,
They had this the
try
Crimson
not to buy
Diamond
too much Marvel.
and Archangel.
Honestly, this is the thing I got most excited about. Was
That's the NECA.
dude Macbeth. I mean,
Yeah,
Who is that?
he's from Gargoyles, Brad.
I
He's a
know.
bad
Like I
guy.
so want to jump into that line, but I got too much. Like I already jumped into like the Mirage turtles. So
It's a great. I mean, I only have a couple. I'm not. I do not feel the need to buy all of them, but it's a great
Yeah.
line. Oh, look at this! There it is.
yeah,
Wow.
Todd's awesome.
Is Todd a small guy or are you a giant?
A little bit of both, maybe.
Rob's tall.
I'm
He's like 6. Yeah.
I'm 6'2". I don't know how tall
Okay.
Todd is.
Okay, so he's like 6 foot or 5'11",
Probably.
maybe. Your hair gives
Yeah.
you extra height though.
Yeah.
Look at
I
that.
mean, he's always a pleasure to talk with, and just all around good guy.
I like that Rob D. Toys T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have a swag store, guys. I saw that shirt.
You think that Todd would like me if I met him? Because
You?
I'm a weird guy, right? Like I try not to be, but like, okay, I met a cosplayer that I really like, a female cosplayer, because she does a great Supergirl, and I was just like, don't act stupid, don't say something stupid, don't be an idiot, and then that's all I did the whole time I was.
But Brad,
talking.
you were in her living room, bro, and she got a little panicked.
Shh, don't talk about the time. No, honestly though, like so I was like, so I know that if I bumped into Todd, I'd be like, because I'm
Now,
like
dude-
aware that like he owns the company that makes the figures that I love right now, so I would
Yeah.
say
He's-
something dumb.
He's a creative soul like you, and he's like energetic. Like I think you guys would actually mesh really well. That's my
But he's
opinion.
also got like a level of what is that called? Razzle. I'm too old. What's that word that all the kids are using? Riz.
Is it Riz?
You guys are old too. You don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
you're asking the wrong age group, bro. Don't sell yourself short, bro. You're charming. You're funny. You know your shit. You know. Yeah, he would
Yeah.
be good, dude. All right, let's go on. Continue
Yeah,
with the story,
I
please,
did
please.
ask like if we're gonna get a Mira Aquaman stuff, and it doesn't sound like we're getting an Aquaman movie Mira, but who knows? I'm fingers crossed that we're getting the comic Mira.
Damn
This-
shame.
yeah.
I can't really blame him though. No offense, right? I mean, she is kind of like
Yeah,
like Hollywood poison right now, right? Like I'm sure they
that
wanted to
statue,
pull her
that
entire
sorry, that Batman statue is ginormous. Like, I didn't realize how large it was until I saw it in person.
It's really cool, but it looks like a lot.
You need like a big space for that.
Yeah, it's like, oh. All right. We got gargoyle stuff. What else? Any other DC news or anything else you want to
Yeah,
talk about?
so when I
Jordan?
went to NECA, they
there
had
you go.
on display, they had the Batman stuff. This is all new.
That's fun.
And that is cool because it has like the extending antenna and the back cuffs, which, you know, can be kind of risque.
Yeah. Now, does it actually work? Like,
I think they're magnetic.
no, I mean not the cuffs, like the radio. Like, because I know it's an antenna, so like,
That I don't know.
does
That
it
would be
do
cool. I
anything?
don't know.
It does say antenna extends.
Yeah.
Doesn't say though for, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I
Oh,
never
product
noticed
does not make
a
a.
layer of froofy lace around it.
Does she have that in the show?
I don't know. I just never noticed that.
But, you
And then
Probably.
they did have the belt that Ahsoka that you have as well. They also had those classic toonies, whatever, you know. I had a photo of that somewhere of the Superman
Oh
and the
yeah,
Joker.
that was a cool one. Where did it go?
That I think might be a new wave, so expect like new figures coming for that one. They're just statues, I think.
Those are cute.
The hat can come off, and I think the spray of the acid.
Superman looks totally stoned right there. He smoked a fatty right there.
I thought he looked smug. I'm like, I'm Superman.
And I saw like the turtles display. That was cool. Yeah.
Oh, good old Baxter.
Ooh, original
Yeah.
Baxter.
Yeah, OG Baxter. I was dude. I
The
love that
Target
Casey with the
exclusive.
red.
Yeah.
Jack
Well,
Kirby.
that is
Jack
original
Kirby. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I'm curious, why did they? I love that there's a Jack Kirby action figure. What was the thought? Why did they make it? Just as a tribute to him? Just like
I think so. Yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, just
Yeah.
so random, but it's so cool. I wish they had like Joe Shuster and JC and all the like legends.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I might have to get that Kirby.
I think you're gonna have to get that Kirby, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe do a head swap and put him on a figure, and he's like the god of the new gods.
Oh, put him in like in Orion's chair.
Yeah. Well, hold the phone here. There's a whole Yasagi Yojimbo line. How many
Yeah,
Yasagi
I
Yojimbos?
think it's like what 3 or 4. I think it's set.
Dude, this is really cool. These are really neat.
Yeah, I love Yasagi Yojimbo.
Yeah.
I didn't get the one for the animated turtles. I still got to find that one.
Yeah, those are beautiful figures.
Look at that.
Yeah. It was kind of cool though, because when I was talking about Goliath and Demona, their double set, I asked to see the box, so he got it out from the display and opened it up to show, like, because it's not a head like different heads, it's face plates that you change out now, so that's different.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at
And
that.
so he's like, this is a Rob D Toys exclusive because you're the
You
first one
heard
to
it
see
here
this.
first. Rob D Toys exclusive.
So I got to take pictures of that, so that was fun. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Roland dropping the knowledge. Kirby was a character from the TMT Mirage comics, a cartoonist obviously inspired.
Oh,
Look at that. Did not
Yeah.
know that.
yeah, I didn't know that either. I
That's
didn't read a
awesome.
ton of the Mirage Turtles comics, so I would have missed that. I really jumped on during the Archie comics and then had to read backwards.
Yeah.
Great stuff, Rob. Great stuff. What else we
Um,
got?
I went to Bandai.
Oh, I got to ask about these Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
So these are the ones that they said they couldn't do originally
yeah.
in Chrome, right?
Yeah.
So how did you ask them like why Like, or what?
I didn't get to speak to anybody just because everybody was busy. I was supposed to have a walkthrough, but they canceled me at the last minute.
Oh,
But I was still allowed to
Cancel
walk
you?
through.
Who do they
Yeah.
think they are?
What was funny was I was standing beside D Amazing, and I was like, "Should I say hello?" He was really busy being like showing all the figures and stuff, so I said I'd wait. But like it went too long, and I had to go to my next appointment, so I never got to meet D Amazing. But I saw him, so that was cool. Yeah, I think they for the Silverhawks they fixed the tolerances, so the tolerances are a little different, so that the parts don't scrape, that they actually like move over top of each
Yeah.
other.
I can see the gaps. Yeah.
Yeah, so they
It's
are a
not
little
so pronounced,
different,
though.
but yeah, they look amazing. And then when I was trying to ask a question about Buzzsaw, I don't know. I think I have a picture of Buzzsaw in there. Yeah. So see his mouth open. In the classic toy, you could open and close his mouth and it would spin the blades.
Yeah.
And I saw Brian getting ready for an interview and I was like, "Hey Brian, real quick, does the mouth, will that open and close?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that's just a prototype. You know, it will open and close." So yeah, rest assured.
So someone else in the chat, are these Silverhawks painted or are they cast in that metallic? Or
Vac metal, right?
Yeah, the vac metal, they're not going to be cast in vac metal. That's like it's just going to be like the old toys. If you scratch it, it's going to fall off.
They're definitely for adults. Don't give them to your kids to play with. Otherwise, you're just might as well flush them down the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Seeing this though, I really have a lot of hope that Super 7 will take up cops. Cops and crooks.
Yeah.
Cops fighting crime in a future time.
That needs to be revived. I love that. That was like they were like big G.I. Joes. I loved them.
Yeah, I love that line. The cartoon was phenomenal. Like
it was
that opening. Oh, I did go to 3-0. So the Transformers.
Look at that. Man.
There are like die cast like skeletons, and they have some weight, and they don't transform, but they are phenomenal like figures. If you've ever held one, you have to. Like the parts move out of the way so that you can bend them in such a way, like.
So it's really nicely engineered, huh?
Yeah. So especially for like they have an Iron Man whole get up, or set up, and right there, and like the knees can come apart and stuff, just so that the leg can fit up inside it when they go to do like a knee bend and stuff.
When the figures are bigger, they have a bit more space for engineering that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas smaller ones, you're squished for space.
But almost all their stuff has like some type of die-cast metal to them, whether it's like an exoskeleton, or internal skeleton, or just the figure.
I love
metal.
This Optimus Primal.
Primal, yeah. The that hot rod, the smaller line, the MDXL or LX.
Oh, this line.
Yeah, they're smaller figures, and I think if I'm gonna collect anything, it's gonna be that line.
How big are those, Rob? These ones?
They're probably about the size of McFarlane, like a 7-inch to like 7 to 8.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and they look really well done.
Damn.
I just want to play with them, like and hold them. But that Voltron though, I love Voltron.
Yeah,
look at that.
I feel like I totally shit the bed because I kept waiting for the classic lines to show up at my Walmart, and they never did. Like never. I've been kicking myself for not, going to find them somewhere else.
I love Al's comment. Robin's trying the Fredo of the Autobot Club, running Optimus Prime organization into the crowd. That's a great Godfather reference, my friend.
Yeah.
Fredo. I don't think it was Fredo. Rodimus, man. Rodimus was all right. Listen.
Yeah.
I love Rodimus.
They brought him in too quick. They killed off Optimus, right?
Yeah,
after 2 years into the show's existence, and they were like, "Let's kill him." Such a bad idea.
I mean, great design though.
Yeah, no, Rodimus is a fantastic character. They should have had Rodimus as an understudy alongside Optimus.
As an understudy, like
and then if they wanted to kill Optimus off, have him leave for a while and then bring him back. Like they did that with Superman.
It was pretty funny. They're trying to get a younger generation with Rodimus,
But it's only
3-year-old.
been 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Like,
kind of younger generation are you gonna get?
right. That's exactly my point.
But as far as like, I didn't really have time to eat lunch or anything like that. I was
One
just
more Transformer thing. Bumblebee was never a leader, Jacob. I'm sorry. Bumblebee, come on. He's like the
Yeah.
spy.
Bumblebee
Anyway,
was always the bumbling one in the cartoon.
he's a bumbling one.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
cute, but
He was the snarf of the.
I don't know about
I love him
Snarf.
too. but-
Snarf's a little rough, but
Yeah.
Rob, let's talk about your lunch. This is good stuff.
I didn't
Alright.
have any lunch. Like I
What are you
just,
eating? So what do you eat before the show?
Just the scone, I think, that I had in the press room. Oh no, at the McFarland booth, I did have a little.
They gave me caviars of champagne.
no.
What's up?
I got a little bag of Oreos, so that helped. No, I actually wanted to eat. It's just because they have a cafeteria in the Javits
Yeah.
Center, but I just didn't have
Well,
time.
you're a light eater, so you don't need much.
That's debatable, I guess.
Not really.
But no,
Anyways,
Whatever.
I had Bandai over my lunch period, and that took up like an hour
hold
of
on, let me
like
see.
walking through all the stuff.
Do you have any pictures from Bandai up here?
I don't know if I have anyone online or not. I don't think
Okay.
so. I did take a lot. I just didn't know if my audience would be down for it. I took a lot of like let me see, like Godzilla stuff, and
Ooh, kaijus are always cool.
what's that?
Oh, SH Fig Arts.
Yeah, the SH Figure Arts. They didn't really have a whole lot on display there.
I would love to ask them about like their DC license
Yeah.
and like how it works. Like, are they only able to do movie stuff? Like, you know what I mean? But is this like
Comic books and movies, I think specific titles. I think is how it works with them.
yeah, but like I'm so curious, like why don't they do it more often? Not that I need more stuff to buy, but like I just would love to know more about how their license works. Same with the Mobex. How
Yeah,
how that
and
one works.
What X?
I was trying.
One Piece, like they had a lot of One Piece stuff, so like my kids are into that, and I've been watching it with them. So that was kind of
Darkman
cool.
Cook. I love him.
I took a lot of pictures of One Piece.
Nacho was
Um,
asking if you went to the Tamashi Nations shop.
Ooh.
Times
I did
Square.
not go to that store. I wish I would have, but I was kind of on a time crunch. So like so after the show, I kind of went back to meet up with Claudio, and then we went and got pizza for dinner.
Ooh,
So-
how's that? I love that New York pie.
Yeah, how was your
It
date
was
with
good.
Claudio?
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked around. We didn't go too far because I wanted to like get going because it's a 3-hour drive home.
Did you do a
Um,
handsome cab ride around Central Park with Claudia?
No, we didn't do any of that.
That would have been nice. I would have done one with you.
Thanks.
You wouldn't have been opposed to a ride.
Yeah.
with Claudio, though. You'd have been like, let's go for the horse and buggy ride together.
Don't be shy, Rob. Don't be shy
Yeah.
next time.
The guy could have played
Um,
the guitar.
So, what was your overall? Have you been to Toy Fair? Was that everything you hoped and dreamed?
Oh yeah,
You
like
know?
there was so much there besides just action figures.
Yeah.
Anything from preschool the whole way up. They had anything from scooters to your Power Wheels to just like learning toys to action figures was such a small part of it.
Yeah.
They have stuffed animals, they have puzzles. In fact, I talked to some companies about my wife doing a puzzle thing, and so I was trying
Nice.
to help her out.
Here's a question for you. First of all, I have a few. Did you see Spin Master's booth? And if so, what DC stuff did you see there?
I did not have any time. I'm sure, I don't know if Toy Shiz.
Did see some? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ask
I don't
him.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember seeing any on his page. But
And the
Yeah.
other thing is, did you bump into any other like random DC surprise stuff? Because like all kinds of companies have a DC license and they do like non-action figure based stuff. Like, did
I
you
think
just
there
happen
was
to, like,
Funko
find-
stuff, but
Mhm.
I didn't really take any pictures of that just because
Mhm.
I don't collect Funko. No, I mean it was NECA mostly, and yeah, I mean even the Lego stuff. I don't remember seeing any DC license at the Lego booth.
Yeah, that probably won't be till 2025 or 26. They'll start kicking it up a notch when Superman comes out.
Yeah, they had like they were really pushing the Mario and the Donkey Kong Legos.
Come on in, buddy.
Beautiful. All right, Rob. Well, thank you for that awesome report on Toy Fair. While we have your page up,
Yeah.
excuse me, let's talk about this guy. Your new Mezco 112 collectible, Robin. There he is. Brad's got it ready to open. Nice packaging. Very nice packaging.
Yeah, but Rob can talk about it because I haven't opened mine yet.
Rob, tell us
I would
what
like
you
to
think.
see if yours. The only thing that bugs me about this figure is, well, first, let me take this off.
You taking his cape off?
Yeah, I took his cape off. So there's, I don't know if you can see this in here. There's these like
Straps
that go through the arms. There.
Oh, interesting.
So I took them off the arms because it's a lot easier to pose. The sides of the shoulders of the cape are on there, like it's just molded around the shoulders. So it's a little harder for it to move. But Brad, I wanted to know because on mine, I don't know if you can see.
There you
go. Like the R is kind of slanted down, like it's pinching at the arm.
Oh, you want me to have a little peek? Okay. It won't focus on your Robin, eh? There you go. It's angry. It's like, what?
It
handsome face.
It pinches right here at the armpit.
I get what you're saying.
And I try to straighten it out, but it still wants to like do that. I mean, it's not a big deal, but
okay, but yeah, Rob, if I've learned anything from you, when you say it's not a big deal, emphasis, like, yeah, Rob really, it's just driving Rob batty.
Yeah.
Also, like if you want to put the hood up, I would suggest putting the head loose in the hood, putting the hood up, then pushing it onto the neck peg. That way, it's a lot easier to like put the hood up than having to pull it up over the head while it's attached to the neck.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at mine. So far, no. I'm wiggling it around, Rob, and it's like doesn't seem to be wrinkling on the R. Like yours is wrinkling kind of like if this is the R, it's kind of wrinkling right up. Okay, mine's not doing that, but like, and I'm like wiggling the arm a lot. But once I get it out of the package and under the light, and then it warms it up a little bit, maybe it'll be different. But at this point, even the patterns of where it's going to wrinkle at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to go quite.
It's probably just mine. But you know what? Like, as much, I mean, I like Damien, but if it was Tim, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I don't know for sure, but I think that the what do you call this piece? It's the tunic.
Yeah.
Right. I think there might be wire in there. I don't know for sure.
I don't know. Nope. No wire. Okay. Definitely no wire because I just bent the crap out of it and it didn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, no wire.
How does it scale?
He's a little too tall. Like,
let me just grab Batman.
Yeah, thank you, because I only have him.
So does he scale? Yeah.
He's almost like what you would imagine like a young adult size.
Like 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Damien, and here's Betsy Poo. I'm gonna try and get their feet lined up.
Oh man, he is pretty tall.
So there's their feet lined up. Why does everyone make Damien too big? Like everyone.
Yeah.
tall.
I mean, I would say DC Direct's DC Icons, Damien, was
I
very
think that
nice
was
to
too
scale.
small.
Yes. Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was perfect for the DC Icon figures.
Yeah,
though,
I thought he
no?
was good.
I thought he was too small.
Hmm.
You remember Damien? It's funny now they depict him actually as not quite as tall as this, but they definitely depict him as taller.
Yeah.
He was definitely shorter, but again, it always depends on which artist.
I think that the reason that he's so big is, I could be wrong, but can you imagine doing clothes and stitching for anything smaller than this?
That's true.
It would be a nightmare.
And I will say, from your pictures, it doesn't look stubby like other Mafex figures. It looks like a slim figure.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I will say I do like that. I mean, I'm not gonna get him, but it's tempting, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm
suit
gonna
looks
try
really
something right
nice.
here. Hey, buddy. You can't. Okay, my son is trying to sneak up on the chat.
Oh,
He's hiding. Yeah.
hey, buddy, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the collectors.
He was on his hands and knees, and he was trying to sneak up.
But yeah, it's a great figure. I mean, the colors are well done. The stitching's well done. There's a little minor issues here and there, but I think all Mezco have that.
Who was a little minor issue here?
All right, hold on. Let's just hold on. And before we move on from Robin, I do want to
please
do one thing, because I know people are going to be wondering, because I was wondering. It's because you get more than one head. Will it work? Yes, it will work on McFarlane.
Okay.
For sure. And this is my height corrected Damien. This is like, I made him just a little bit shorter. I cut off one level of boots and then dremeled in and sunk in the rounded hinge. So yeah, it will work for those of you wondering.
Look at you, Brad. Look at you. All right, guys. Well, Rob, thank you for your Toy Fair rundown and for your Mezco Robin review. I mean, the show's been a little bit heavy on Rob so far, so I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. I'm usually the one doing all the black.
Let's move on.
Oh, yeah.
Some McFarlane Toys new reveals.
I got my seahorse.
Oh, yeah. The seahorse, guys.
What's he?
It's probably one of my favorite things from McFarlane this year, I will say. Let's see. Why don't we start from I think Wave Rider? Huh? Yeah.
What are you doing? Okay, my goodness.
Brad, take us away with Wave Rider, sir.
Well, I'm excited that we have Wave Rider, definitely. And I'm going to say something that probably a lot of people are going to say, and a lot of people are thinking, is why, in the name of Jumping Jehoshaphat, did they put Wave Rider on the Batrocitus body?
I mean,
Wave Rider is not a gigantic, bulky Roid Rage character. That is far too big.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the color scheme is great. That's a more modern version of Wave Rider, and I'm sure a lot of people.
It's the Booster Gold version of Wave Rider.
Yeah, and I'm sure the classic version is what everyone wants.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why, Brad, is because they didn't have to modify Batrocitus's suit much.
Yeah, not that much.
I think that's.
I mean, I would like to still see the classic Matthew Ryder version on Blue Beetle Buck. I'm wondering if the head would fit on that body. If we could take the head and then just I think I'm going to try to do a classic custom, because I know I talked with you, Brad, about it, about buying an airbrush.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's mostly a yellow body, or you could use a gold, a shiny yellow, metallic yellow. I think would be the best. And really, only the sides are black. So if you could somehow mask it off, and then either I'm going to paint it myself or hire somebody, but I don't think it's going to be that hard to do.
You know what? You disassemble the figure and you pop it under the airbrush, I've never done it, but I've watched a lot of people do it, and in theory, it's like it's super simple, right?
Yeah, it's just getting that crisp line, so it might need
You
hand
tape it.
painted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you do is you tape it, and then if anything that doesn't look quite right, then you retape it and you hand touch up with it being taped the second time. That's
Yeah.
what people I think generally do.
I think the head sculpt on this looks good. It's just, yeah, it's the modern version.
You know, yeah. Also, yeah, my knee-jerk reaction is Wave Rider is gold and black, and that is bronze and black. At least
Yeah.
every picture I've seen in the light. So the coloring isn't right, and again, yeah, it's too big. I'm excited for it, obviously, because it's good to have that character, but
Yeah.
it's one of those ones where you go, oh, it's Wave Rider. Oh,
Yeah.
In the picture, it shows some gold.
Yeah, fair.
I
I do say I still am very happy with it. Like I agree with Rob and yourself. I would have liked a traditional Matt Rider version, but you know what? Hey, it's
Wait,
Wave Rider.
that's a different character, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Booster Gold, as Rob informed me.
Yeah,
Well,
this
that's
is technically
pretty
like the third version of Wave Rider.
Hold, what? Booster Gold was Wave Rider during 50.
Uh,
No, it wasn't during 52 because he was different. When was
it
it? Wave
was
Rider?
it was shit. I can't think of the name. What was that storyline?
Convergence.
Conversion. Thank you. Yes.
He was Wave Rider during Convergence.
Yeah.
Oh,
He had to help stop it from. If I
see, I missed the end of Convergence because my comic shop closed down.
Oh,
And yeah, okay,
That sucks.
that's why I don't know. Yeah, that's weird.
Well,
okay.
the first two were Matthew Ryder. Like the first one was obviously Matthew Ryder from
Yeah.
Armageddon in 2001.
Yeah.
And the second one was they found Matthew Ryder because he never became Wave Rider in an alternate reality. And then during the 0 hour, he had to become Wave Rider because the first Wave Rider died. So Rip Hunter wanted him to become Wave Rider.
You definitely.
So yeah.
Hey,
So
you gotta go to bed.
essentially, this Matthew Ryder was two, Wave Riders.
Go to bed.
And Rob, your knowledge of Wave Rider is unmatched.
He broke off his earwing.
I
Oh.
really want a Monarch, but I
Yeah,
can't imagine that they would use his armor is so like this,
that's new sculpt right there.
yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
to, I would think.
hmm And then the question
Yeah.
always is, who's buying?
I would buy
I would.
50 of them.
Yeah, we would, but I mean, with the average person, I mean,
I hope so.
collectors.
I mean,
would.
he's like such a dope character. I mean,
Mhm.
All right, guys, what do we think about the Midnighter?
I know a lot of people love him. I think they reused the sculpt really well. I think it
Yeah.
works. It might not be exact to what everybody wants, but again, we didn't get a Wave Rider exact either.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a clever reuse, I think.
yeah. It is.
Very creative.
There are some extra pieces though, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not a complete reuse. Like, aren't the arms and the shoulder pads different?
Yeah. Even the head sculpt.
Well,
Yeah.
Obvious.
I'm not a huge fan of the character, so like this is like if I see it, I might pick it up, but I'm not pre-ordering it.
But he is going to be in a DC movie in 2028 or whenever.
True.
and for the sake of like representation, he is a great example, right?
Yeah.
Him and Apollo, they're a great example of how to have representation in movies and comics without like changing existing ones to shoehorn them in. Like, so if they play their cards right, they'll be like Midnighter, and they can make him popular and make him more of a household name,
Yeah.
right? So I really hope that it works out. I hope that this figure sells well. And honestly, a lot of kids might see this and go, "Oh, that looks kind of like Batman."
Yeah.
Because he does kind of look. He was like the off-brand version of Batman.
Yeah.
And it's a great comic. I do like
Yeah.
The Authority. I haven't read it in a while, but it's good stuff. We don't have too much tonight, I guess.
I
Let's
see
go-
you skipping some stuff.
What about
Oh,
the I'm sorry.
After this, we'll go back because I did see some stuff that you skipped. But
Oh yeah, no. Let's go in order. What
okay,
else?
so the movie Masters Sheldon as
Oh,
the Flash. I just want to point out that he does come with a Green Lantern. You can see it in the lantern, and it's not translucent, so it's. I might get it just for that.
Oh, because it's going to be scaled.
Yeah,
I like how you think, Rob.
yeah.
A man after my own fart.
But that's it. I mean, out of the movie Masters and stuff of the new wave, this is the one that I would get.
Yeah, I do like that one actually. I was contemplating getting it because it's two of my favorite characters, like kind of.
Yeah.
In one. Too bad it doesn't come with the couch.
Yeah,
oh, that'd
You
be
know,
nice.
with the optimal, seat.
I sat in that couch.
Did you?
Yeah, well, I took the movie tour when I was in California.
I'm sure a lot of people sat on that spot and probably all said something like the same thing, right? It's the optimal place to sit on the couch. You can see the TV here. You got to see the room there. Blah, 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 blah. This actually looks kind of cool, guys. I like this. This
Isn't it? It's very nice repaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This works as a patina.
Yeah, I do like the patina line. I mean, the choices that they're going for, I don't know if I need, but I like what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I like the rain effect they use in this picture too.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the figure.
Yeah.
Just like that effect.
I do like that a lot.
Then another.
Paragon.
This is a line art gold label. I think pretty cool.
Yeah,
If you say
I
so.
do like how they did it.
Yeah.
If you guys say so. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. As someone that collects a lot of McFarlane stuff, I pretty much hate these.
Hey.
No, like I really do love a lot
Tiger,
of them.
easy.
I understand why they do this. They are not for me. So when I see this, right, like I like things to be just so. So for my taste, when I see that black and white kind of mixed up, I'm like, it's not symmetrical. It's all over the place. Like I can't, like my brain begins to like sizzle. Like, so like none of these line ones am I ever like super stoked about.
See, it's funny. This is the one I like the most out of the line ones. It feels like it actually looks like it's the light changing the figure, but it's really painted that way. You know, I don't know, Brad. I gotta disagree with you, buddy.
Well, that's that again. Like we always say, it takes all kinds, right?
I think the pose in that photo is
I like
really
the
well
way you say
done.
that. It takes all kinds.
It
It almost feels like an insult. You know.
No. What I mean
Well-
is like what I mean is like your opinion is, and I say this all the time. Your opinion
know,
is just as valid as mine on this, right? It's not like you're like trying to convince me the Earth is flat or something stupid like that.
Do we have any flat earthers in the audience? I don't want to offend anyone.
No, yeah.
If we do,
Everyone's
it's
opinion
okay.
is just
Safe
as
place, guys. A safe place. Rob, what do you think, buddy? It's a very nice shirt you have on, by the way.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I love Manta. I love
I know you love
Aquaman.
Manta.
I do like how the effect is on this one. As a whole, like the line art ones don't do much for me. They're more like a high-end collector's item, I think, in my mind. Like it should be numbered and limited edition type thing. But other than that,
yeah. I agree. That would definitely make it numbered and limited.
like if it's a con exclusive type thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Like make it like really rare, and that's where the value is in it.
Yeah.
Because there are other ways that they could have reused that mold, right? Without doing like that kind of thing. Like they could have done a blue variant, right? Like a dark blue variant, and used that mold, and made the helmet silver and the eyes red. So they could have used it a different way.
I think they should always just do a comic book color variation, like the Hawkman, the 0 Hour Hawkman, doing a version in his original colors. Like, this is such an easy thing to get people excited about.
People are upset about that because
Really?
the original didn't have hair and he didn't wear gloves.
But
I'm
Brad.
that guy. I've been looking at the pictures. I do want to get it.
Yeah, I want it so bad.
I didn't even notice any of that.
I'm gonna. You lie! You didn't notice any of that, really?
I didn't look at it. All I've seen is I've seen it in the box on some people's pages.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it out
Okay.
of the box. I haven't
Okay.
debating.
I've seen it on a bunch of people's pages.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it.
What annoys me the most about the figure is, okay, so the wrist peg in the gloved hand on the classic version is green, but on the one that we have, it's nude colored. That
Yeah.
joint.
Mm.
I did watch a review. I forget who it was. He has the luchador mask. What's that guy's name?
Oh, that dude. I've seen a few.
Yeah, I can't think of, but I watched his review, and I think he used wrist peg from Peacemaker.
Okay.
So it's not. He said it's not like an exact match, but it's close enough.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna buy it because, like, it's really not that hard to change out, like, for green pants and to change out the boots. Like, you could easily take the pants from Alan Scott Green Lantern, and then his boots point up. So you could probably take a pair of red boots for, like, Batman, and then paint them red, and then at least of the right shape. And the red trunks would be easy to do. So I'm gonna get it just to do the custom work. But I personally think there's a time when a repaint works and a time when it doesn't. And Todd's done some great repaints that work. And this one, I just feel like it's like, it would have been better and he would have garnered more love from the fans had he have actually had a few more, like, newly sculpted pieces, because it's just so evident that he just, like, colored it, you know, with classic colors. Like, it just doesn't look right to me, because I know what it's supposed to
Yeah,
look like.
the boots should be more like Batman's, and I feel
Yeah,
like if
With
they,
the coffee.
I think the problem, Brad, is I think when they take a figure to like colorize, they
Yeah.
take the whole figure and they don't take this leg or the foot from this part and like mix them together. And I
Yeah,
think that if they were to do that, the figure would turn out better.
yeah.
But
Like,
I don't think they do.
it needed newly sculpted parts for it to work, because that version of Hawkman is too iconic.
Yeah.
For it to, like, be piggybacking on a less iconic version. A great version, but it's still less iconic, right? I would consider it, like, even though I know that it's like your favorite version, I would
Yeah.
consider it the secondary Hawkman compared to the one that was like Hawkman for years.
I mean, I still hope we get like a classic one, but I also want like the full-on blue with the metal wings and the metal. I know you don't like that version, the Hawk World version, but
If,
like
if it was newly sculpted, I would actually buy it, though. I would like it because it's a cool design. It's just not my favorite design.
See, I
and,
kind of
and
like
the skin
that.
tone is pinker.
Pardon?
The skin tone is pinker.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like that they did this, honestly. Like, I get what you both are saying. This isn't accurate to the classic version, but I think it's like a
I'm
cool,
fine
unique
with it
version
if
of
we
it,
could
you
like
know?
swap out the arms.
Yeah.
But there's no nude arms at this point.
Hmm.
Well,
Like the belt area and the crotch piece, even the boots, they don't bother me. Like it's just the gloves
I'm sorry, I'm on
and the
evil
hair.
day.
And I'm sure we could probably pull the hair off or do like a hair swap of some sort and glue that in. I'm sure that is fine.
there's Bane arms that can be used one arm. What about who was it? that
Well,
had
I have
the-
seen people use his hand, the Bane hand.
Yeah, I have two.
Um,
Just trying to think.
But as far as the glove, because I don't know if I would imagine that it's glued. What about Superman, the Gladiator?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, this is all I have left of it. But yeah, gladiator suits.
But I'm sure the skin tone's not going to match.
Yeah, but you can always paint it and then seal it.
What about this creepy Joker?
I like the colors. I like the vest. underneath.
I like the fact it comes with a secondary head, so I'll
Yeah.
definitely get it.
Brad, what is the Deadly Duo? Is this a comic book series that?
Yeah, it was a non-continuity black label story where there's a bunch of like weird, like overpowered Joker-esque creatures
Ah.
haunting Gotham, and Batman and the Joker have to kind of get together to stop them. It's like one of those, enemy of my enemy is my friend type of deal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so that mask that he's wearing, it's funny. He actually wears that when they take him into the Batcave, and he just has to sit on a chair with that mask on by himself because they don't want him to see anything really, and they only take it off when they're going to talk to him.
Oh, that's funny. I thought it was like his costume. I thought it was some.
No, he spends
Oh.
most of it without that mask on. That's the sit down and shut up mask.
That's pretty cool though. It's super. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, Slipknot Joker. Yeah, Next Shop Joker. That's what that looks like.
Okay, I appreciate that they went for something comic book, and this is a new head sculpt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and the thing is, if you get a close up look of his face, because there's probably another one that has that. I know I've seen close up. Like it kind of looks like he is a 4-year-old that ate his hot dog a little bit too excitedly and got the ketchup all around his mouth.
Yeah.
But if he's sculpted in white, that's not like you can just get a tiny bit of acetone on a Q-tip and clean that up. Because the head sculpt looks interesting. It looks fine.
I don't mind the messy mouth though. It kind of gives it that horror.
I'd probably keep it like this. I like this little zipper mask.
I like the fact they got the green shirt, the light green shirt with the black tie and the orange.
And the
back.
orange, the orange really
Yeah.
sets it.
Yeah. Which is, to me, those are like the classic colors for me.
Guys, finally, look at this lovely video they released today.
I didn't even see this.
You didn't
Yeah.
see this?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had an event at my work, so
He
I
was
was
doing grown-up stuff. Gee.
Yeah.
I was in West Virginia and
West.
Maryland today.
Look at this. It's so creative.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's the scene, right, from the movie.
Yeah, it's the
I
opening.
love it.
Or not even the
Who
opening.
that?
filmed this? I want to find out who filmed this. And like,
I thought it might be our buddy Aesthetic One, but he hasn't responded to
Or
me yet.
Claudio.
Claudia, who filmed this? Claudia, if you're still in there.
butts and nipples and
That's my,
That's so
it's all
funny.
butts, nipples, and groins for days.
but this
my
goes
goodness.
for pre-order November 8th.
Mm.
Look at that.
They look really
What-
good. I'm
what
really
a-
excited about this.
Such an awesome
Mhm.
Yeah.
series.
Yep.
Can't wait.
I really hope that someday he can do Nicholson, Joker.
I would love to get a Bane, like a Megafig Bane.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
My rant for the Megafigs, I get that they're Megafigs and they all are huge. But at some point, some of these figures don't need to be so tall. I think that the Lobo size is a great size because he's taller. And I just think that
Was Lobo a Megafig?
maybe he wasn't. I always thought that he was.
I
for
don't think
some
so,
reason.
dude. He was.
No.
I think he was regular in
Mhm.
the regular line. Yeah.
I feel like some of these figures, like Bane or whatever, should
like
be
this one.
like the
Yeah.
Lobo size.
Way too big. This way too big.
Yeah,
Way too
Cyborg,
big.
He's your big boy. He's your big boy.
he
Yeah.
is.
Way too big. He
If
you know,
he would fit well with,
they didn't like stick an air compressor in his mouth and make his whole head and everything get bigger.
Ahsoka, you could use this with Beast Kingdom.
That's
yeah,
true.
easily.
You totally could. Actually, the Beast Kingdom one probably scales better with McFarlane, honestly. All right, guys.
Guys, I am sitting in a mess.
That's about it for news. So we'll just go right into comments and questions and just write it out a little bit. You know.
So hold on. Without saying what it is, are we not going to go into rumors?
Oh yeah. So there were some leaks today, and I don't want to share the pictures just because they're leaks.
To be fair, though, every picture I've ever seen of that nature has been made into a figure.
Yeah.
Every single time. I've never seen, when it gets that far, I've never seen them not get made. So
Hmm.
I know they're leaks, but my opinion is that we will see them all.
Rob, do you want to share the pictures of the leaks or no? You're the tiebreaker.
You decide.
I mean, like part of me says yes, but I'm sure they didn't want it to be leaked. So part of me says no.
No, bro, you got to be a decisive vote.
Although, would they like it? Because it is building hype. They could be doing a typical thing where it leaked, but not really. That is the thing that happens, right?
Claudio, what do you think?
Claudio, yeah, there you go. Claudio, should we share the leaked images
Oh,
that are making the rounds?
good call. Good call.
Claudio, we will wait
Claudio.
your answer. Claudio.
Oh, it says that they asked the subreddit to get rid of the leaks discussion thread.
Okay.
And don't Tobble take down the. Someone says take down the channel.
Josh
won't
says
take down
don't
the
do it.
channel.
Okay.
You can't take down the channel.
Yeah,
You
we'll
can take down the video though.
We'll listen to Josh.
Okay.
Josh is smarter than us. But let's talk about the leaks that made the rounds. We can talk about it, right?
We can talk about it without showing it.
Yeah. So it was a leaked images of Nightfall Nightwing, a new Superman, a Vampire Robin. What else, Brad?
There was also Animal Man,
Animal Man,
and there was Red Tornado.
Red Tornado. Yeah. So those were the 5 figures. The Superman, was it like an Earth 1 Superman?
No,
Like-
that's supposed to be. I bet you they're going for classic with that.
But it had an S on his belt, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, we both know that not everything that
Yeah, you're right.
comes out of McFarlane is like
Yeah.
accurate, right? So my guess is, based on the color scheme and the look for the head sculpt, is they're going for a classic look, and they're like, belt's good enough. Because remember, the community at first,
Oh, you're
went
right.
ape shit over that body buck. Oh, that's Superman. Everyone needs to make Superman. That's the one. It's like, well, maybe not, because he's too small in comparison to the rest of them. But I get your point. Great body buck if they could upscale it. But it's not really classic because the boots aren't right. And the belt's not right. Easily customizable, though. I love it.
Then
If that's coming out, I love it.
it was nice. It was really nice.
Yeah.
The Nightwing, as Josh pointed, what buck was that based on, or what figure was that based on?
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looked great. Yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
painted over the boot lines. I'm sorry, Josh,
Yeah.
but
Well, same
Yeah.
with Red Tornado. I think
yeah,
a lot. I'm fine with the Blue Beetle buck. It's just I wish that they would have one that was just a clean leg and then
Yes.
start from there.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think from what I saw of the Red Tornado.
Oh yeah, the Red Tornado has like the Captain America.
Yeah, the swashbuckler boots.
Yeah.
So for Red Tornado, like that, I'm super excited about Red T because he's one of my favorite characters. And I've really thought that my collection needed a Red T for like, I've wanted one honestly since Wave 3. I've been talking about it since Wave 3. Yeah, I love Red Tornado. I had Red Tornado issue 1, and I used to collect them when I was like 5.
No kidding.
Red
three,
Tornado is Alan Scott. Yeah, the cape is definitely Alan Scott for sure.
Yeah, and
It's not the boots.
no Red Tornado. That's right, the boots, the legs, because if you look at the waist in the picture. he's
Oh
got the
yeah.
muscle. So that is also Alan Scott.
But the boots
But
are
the torso
probably
seems to be Blue Beetle.
yeah.
I do. I mean, they are very creative with reusing these bucks. There's a few obviously with the boots and things like that, but overall, I am happy that we're getting a lot more figures or different.
Reuse has to happen. I know some people cry about it, but reuse has to happen to an extent because they cannot resculpt everything, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of these smaller companies that like it's all newer sculpts, they're taking it on the chin financially.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, Scott has a lot of IP to pay for. Just to have the license, he's got to pay, right?
Yeah, and I'd much rather get like honestly.
Reuse has been happening since we were kids.
Yeah, like the Batman and Robin wave, all new sculpts, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm fine them using the money for that and us getting
Yeah.
some classic characters with some reused parts.
Yeah.
That's my
And-
opinion. Yeah.
And the thing is, they will use a lot of those. I bet you, Batman and Robin sculpts again. Like that there's going to be like platinum editions of those coming out and stuff.
I
Well-
mean, yeah.
I mean,
know.
even Robin. I mean, you could use that for any Nightwing. just put a different head on it that's more comic accurate, and then take the
sand
cape
off the nipples.
Yeah, and sand off the nipples.
I love our hobby.
Painful.
We're talking about standing off the plastic nipples.
Yeah,
You know?
it's painful. That Nightwing, though, just to back up, if the images are correct, like if those images are to be believed, I would say that the blue also, if that's the base that it's molded in, just in case Todd doesn't get around to making a classic Dr. Fate, you just remove the paint and you have a blue body base to put your yellow parts on. Because like for me to get a fairly classic one, I had to take the movie one and I blue brushed over top so you could still see the hieroglyphs all over his suit. And then I refit all the gold pieces back on, like so the shoulder piece and the head and stuff like that. But I'm a big fan of like those naked bucks as well because they can be easily repainted.
Yeah.
Now, for the Nightfall Nightwing, would you have preferred obviously like a piece, like a separate piece for that top part? Because
Yes.
obviously he did, span it out and then.
Yeah, in the comics, was it always raised or was it drawn like
No, it was
flat?
raised because
It was always.
it was always raised?
because
Yeah.
even the Kenner one, like in
Yeah.
the Legends of the Dark Knight, had it
Yeah.
sitting over top.
I feel like in
Yeah.
Nightfall. Maybe I'm wrong. I have it right here. Actually.
Yeah, because like he spread his arms out and it was kind of like it kind of went like there.
Let's see.
Oh, someone's mentioning while we were looking it up, the new Owlman. Yeah, there was an Owlman pictured. I know that again, if the pictures are to be believed, the head sculpt is brand new.
Yeah,
And
but I think it's
I-
the Owlman body buck.
I think it's pretty much the same body buck from what I could tell. Like I obviously don't have mine anymore because literally the dog chewed mine to hell. But
See, it is definitely dependent on who drew him, because like a bit like
How
in
did
this
Dan-
in this panel, like it's not.
Well,
it's
how
more-
did Tom draw him?
This is Graham Nolan. Tom, I don't think is in this one.
Nah,
to be fair, though,
Tom's-
we can
Tom's
apply
the
that to,
best.
we can apply that to Batman because certain people would draw Batman with like a long cape,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
it drooped down to the floor, and others didn't. So,
Like in these images, it's definitely more flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
then
then
in-
again, it's going to be flat when it needs to be.
Yeah.
And
But
then
yeah,
as
like
soon as
in
it
this
needs
one
to
though,
mellow out, right? It's what it's going to do.
the different artist has it like way
Is that
off.
Tom Grummett?
No, this guy is. Let's see who.
Tom was like my
That's-
favorite '90s artist, besides Dan.
It was Joe
Tom Grummett?
Rubenstein.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Tom Grummett.
Grummett
too.
and Hazelwood's run on Adventures of Superman was
Phenomenal.
legendary. The artwork was awesome. And then
Yeah.
he got
Anytime he
Superman.
touched any Superman characters or Batman characters, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, and his take on Nightwing was fantastic as well. Like he always made Nightwing look awesome, and
Yeah.
Tim Drake.
They're the best. All right, guys, let's go to some questions. We'll wrap it up early tonight so I can go to sleep and take care of the baby. You know. Any questions, guys, for us? Any comments? Open forum, guys. Any soapboxes, Rob, Bradley, you would like to get on top of?
This is all very Silence of the Lambs, planning to get figures to dismember, roasted on the skin, or else it gets the rebirth Superman trunks.
I
Yeah,
know Brad's talking about standing up nipples.
yeah, well,
For the-
I got.
take a
Well,
peek.
no, it is creepy. I got a bin full of heads,
Oh,
and I got another bin, like literally. Check this shit out. I'm not even kidding. Look at this. This is like when people see it, they're like, weird. Where did it? That's all hands.
look at that. I love that bin too, by the way.
When people see it, they're like, why do you have a bin full of hands?
Okay, Jacob asked, what did we think of the Aquaman movie figures? The Seahorse is my second favorite McFarlane figure next to the Batman Forever set. The Batman Forever and Batman and Robin figures for the
That's
year.
your favorite, like new
Dude,
McFarlane.
it's just like such a beautiful seahorse.
What do you?
Yeah. The figures are probably one of my favorite movie line figures to date. I think that they're really well done. Kordax, King Kordax is amazing. I love that figure. He might not be like the best posable figure, but sculpt wise, he's incredible. Aquaman, like I really love the orange green. I think it poses really well.
Here's a question for customizers, though: do you think it would be possible? Because I know people are going to want to know this. Would it be possible, do you think, to snip off the shoulder pads,
Yeah,
and switch the belt and make a little bit more of a classic-looking Aquaman with what's left for people? Because I know that there will be people that want to try it. And I ask you because I don't. The only one I own from that line, that set right now, is Black Manta. It's the only one I got.
I think you can take the shoulder pauldrons off. I do think that there's going to be like a indent for where it like gets plugged in.
Yeah.
If you can live with that, the shoulder piece, whatever you want to call that, the butterfly, like it's not a true butterfly.
No, it's the socket.
That's sculpted as well, so you're fine there. The problem that you're going to run into is the shorts, the diaper piece, because it's not. It's sculpted in the what color is that, Ahsoka? It's like the orangish gold color?
Yeah, it's like an orangey gold.
Oh, they painted them green.
Yeah, they painted, and I think that was kind of the worst decision.
So it scrapes. If you try to, especially mounting it on the seahorse, like my one's all scraped up. I don't really care because you don't really see it on the seahorse, but.
And if the belt's glued to the green, and if you try to unglue it or take it off or bump it, you'll take the green paint with it.
So be careful, my friends.
That's one of them. You were asking.
Show them that Supergirl.
Well, that's so they're asking for any recent customs. I'm not quite done yet, but that's the head sculpt from Jay Garrick. And I dremeled the head and then put the hat on there, and obviously I painted the hair red. That's one that I've been working on. And then Supergirl, this is the one that I'm working on. I might not actually keep her like this, but Supergirl.
Oh, that's a beauty, bro.
She's got a bit of muffin top. I gotta figure that out.
And Andreas really wants to know what we think about Elseworlds coming back. That was announced at New York Comic Con.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're bringing back Elseworlds. I forgot the titles, but Elseworlds is my favorite subline from DC. I am a '90s kid, as my esteemed co-hosts are as well. And Elseworlds is this dude, Gotham by Gaslight, Speeding Bullets.
Speeding Bullets was the first one.
Dude, it's like, there you go. That's my favorite line.
What do they mean by they're bringing it back? Because we have the multiverse and they can tell whatever stories they want. Yeah. So, how does that work if they're like it's Elseworlds?
Unclear what's happening with the Dark Multiverse.
Because all the other Elseworld stories are part of the multiverse now.
Yeah, I don't know. They announced a few titles, like another Gotham by Gaslight and some other things.
Okay.
So yeah, it seems like they're just continuing that brand.
Well, I think it's a good idea. I mean, there's a fan base for it.
Absolutely. I mean, especially if it's going to continue into the movies as well. I think it would be prudent to have some synergy.
They do have a habit of, because they've done the Gotham by Gaslight movies. So, I think it's a good idea. I'm stoked for it. I liked all the Elseworld stuff.
Me too. You guys like the Nightwing on the Blue Beetle Buck or John Kent? I prefer the John Kent. I really hope we get a modern or normal, maybe even Hush Nightwing in the Blue Beetle Buck. So just talking about Nightwing on different bucks. Do you guys like him on the John Kent buck or the Blue Beetle? Or
yes,
I like this buck.
He's a little too small, in my opinion.
That's my issue with him. He's too small. He shouldn't be the same size as John Kent.
Yeah, like when I've done some group shots.
Good looking figure, but
like when I did my Batman Family reel a few weeks ago, like he was way too small compared. I had to go back to the original Nightwing.
And these are custom hands and
baton,
the scream sticks or whatever.
Yeah. Now you want to say where you got them from?
Shoot. I have to go back and look. I got him off a dude on eBay. I know I can find them, but it comes with just the hand and the baton, and you can take or the screamer sticks, and you can take the screamer sticks out. So, and the paint color matches exact.
Yeah.
So, like, it looks like a new figure. It's amazing.
Yeah. I would prefer they made Nightwing on the Blue Beetle book, but yeah, it's a great looking figure though.
It is, and I like that.
Trimmed all the hair on mine
yeah.
though. You guys been trimming the hair on yours?
No.
No, I'm not.
I'll show you what it looks like just in case nobody has seen it at home. If you trim the hair, some people like me, like I didn't like the bangs being in front of his eyes.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, bro. Look at you giving a haircut.
Yeah, because that whole spaghetti in front of the eyes, I was like, ugh. You know, I couldn't wait to finish filming so I could trim it.
No word on the Nightfall Azrael. No.
Now that I'm really excited about, if that's like a thing.
Yeah,
For sure.
anytime somebody says as bats, I'm there.
Yeah. With bells on and bicycle shorts.
So what do you guys think of the Batman Santa Claus? I don't think we talked about that.
You know, I'm not much of a Christmas guy, so I'm not like. They look cool, but I personally didn't rush out.
I think what I'd like to do is take I like the blue head better because it has that classic Batman. So I want to put the blue body in the red coat and switch the hat.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but can I, as your friend?
If you say Dremel, I'm gonna be
No Dremel. No Dremel. Can I make a suggestion that'll make it even better?
What's
Because
that?
the first time, like, I'm pretty sure I saw him dressed like that. What was it during the? Maybe it was in the Christmas special that had the time when he was singing Silent Night. I can't remember for sure. You take the blue Batman with the Christmas hat. You take the red coat, right, and then and the arms, but then you get an extra Nightfall Batman, and you put the coat and the arms on the Nightfall body.
Yeah.
That would be because I do want to get it. I want to get both of those and do that custom because I want to start making like action figure displays for seasons, right? So like for a Halloween, all of my deceased figures are like Halloween decorations.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, and
for
speaking
Christmas,
of Halloween, I did go to when I was at Toy Fair, I did go to the Four Horsemen, and I saw they had some Santa Clauses too. But what caught my eye was the second version of the Headless Horseman with the green glow effect, and the horse had like this translucent hooves.
Yeah,
and they glow in the dark. Same with the eyes and stuff. So I like when I got home, the first thing I did was I went on Big Bad Toy Store and I pre-ordered it. So hopefully that's coming, but it's not going to be here in time for this Halloween, but for next Halloween.
I missed the first one and I was very sad about it.
And what I didn't realize this because I don't collect Mythic Legions and stuff, and obviously they have the whole Mythic Legions line, which is more like medieval type stuff, and they have like the newer stuff that's like cosmic, which has like some really awesome sculpts.
Yeah,
but all the figures are interchangeable, and like you can take the arms off, do body swaps and legs and stuff, so you can almost create your own character. And same with like the Santa, and even the Headless Horseman has like the same type body underneath that you can mix and match. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That Santa looks pretty dope as well. Did I use a cool word there? Looks pretty dope. Yeah, I like that. That Santa looks cool.
Yeah. Very cool. I mean, I might still let them get them. I mean, they're pretty nifty.
Nifty. It's neato.
Yeah.
It's really
neato.
Choice. Gentlemen, I'm gonna bounce. The baby calls. I'm getting a little sleepy. But guys, I apologize once again for our inconsistent schedule. It's my fault with the newborn. But hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yes,
talk
sirs,
about
and
more
ma'am.
DC news. As always, want to thank everyone for joining us today. You know, we love the audience. We love the jokes, the good natured ribbing. You know, it's a fun hobby, guys. And DC, you know, we take our pounding over the years on many levels, but I think we still have a great fan group. I'm just going off now, but Rob, Brad, what else you got for us? Give some nice fairly wells, huh?
I'd like everyone in the chat to wish Josh a happy birthday.
Absolutely, I concur.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
dear Josh
birthday.
from
Happy
Thor.
birthday to you.
To you. Ouch. Josh is like, thanks, guys.
Thanks for the shit effort, boys.
All right, boys. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And we will talk to you again soon.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.